Right, hello everyone. Well, it's been some time since I posted a video, but I'm back here in the H145, the version 8 release, which flies beautifully, I have to say. It's been some time because I decided to build a new sim rig for racing and helicopter flight and incorporate the two together. And no sooner did I get all the parts arrived and I was laid flat by the condition I've got called dystonia, where my head and my hands or my arms shake so much I couldn't actually build the rig for quite a while. So finally sort of got things under control again, and I've got the rig built and I've jumped back into Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm using a Samsung G9 1000R monitor and ViewTrack software, because when I looked at what I needed to do VR, the cost of upgrading the computer and the other parts I need was just beyond what I could afford. So I've still got the i7-700 and the 1080 graphics card, and it runs this very high res 5000 plus monitor really well in 30 frames per second in Microsoft Simulator. It doesn't enable me to do VR and record at the same time anymore. It does make me wonder what happened to that statement that you wouldn't need a very powerful PC to run Microsoft Simulator. All the data was going to come down the internet, where pretty much if you want to do VR or anything like that, you know, you've got to have a top notch with a 3080 Ti or a 3090 card. And as I said, that was beyond me, so I took the hardware approach and I've got myself this absolutely stunning monitor. Some of you might know I also do a little bit of racing and iRacing and a set of Corsa Competizione, and I've got back into that as well. And just get off the ground here, it's going to be very wobbly. I started practicing today and it's taken a bit to get used to again, especially with the move from VR back to a screen. But in iRacing and a set of Corsa Competizione, you know, it's knocking out 180 frames a second, so it's more than what I would ever need, and it's just stunning on this monitor. Microsoft Simulator, 30 frames a second, quite high settings. Certainly visually very, very pleasing, and my machine can run it. So I'm still doing VR in X-Plane, I've got that working again, but Microsoft really does push the limits if you're recording and trying to fly at the same time and do everything on one machine. So I'm afraid that's going to have to wait, I think, till I can get a computer upgrade. Really impressed with this new 145 version 8. I've missed a couple of versions, I think, in the interim, but it flies really well. Got it on realistic settings and about 80% on the cyclic at the moment. Oh, need a bit of lift there. So here we are at Shoreham, my usual playground. Doors are off. I'm not sure if you can hear the loud sounds over my voice, and you can see if I look down, a couple of judders there, but certainly for the view that I'm getting, it's as close to VR as I think you can get. Where I sit, it covers my peripheral vision left and right, and it's really only a matter of learning to again use your head to look down. I do have Track IR, but I'm running ViewTrack that uses just a webcam, and the problem I had with it before was that when I was running a 49-inch TV, the TV was so high in depth that the angle didn't follow my face or my eyes correctly. Now these monitors, as you might have seen if you've been reading about them, they're very, very narrow. They're 1440D, but the field of view is just like looking out of a windscreen or an airplane canopy. You do miss it a bit for the helicopters on the depth, but I have to say with the view tracker that I've got at the moment working, I don't think it's going to take long to get used to it. And certainly if I ever upgrade the PC at a later stage, this this monitor is capable of 240 Hz on G-Sync, 5000 plus pixels wide, 1440D. It is stunning. On the racing side of things, iRacing runs at probably 180 frames a second, fully maxed out, and Assetto Corsa Competizione, that's very tough on a graphics machine. I get about 70 frames. So again, all better than Microsoft Simulator for the other side of my hobby, but really pleased. And what I've done now is, with this GT Amiga racing frame, I've combined my steering wheel, my pedals, both racing and helicopter, and the cyclic control all in the one sim rig, and everything is lowered down sort of virtually waist height, so that my arms aren't bent, which means I at least get some better control back. So my collective is literally, my arm is dead straight down, and I'm just using my fingertips for raising and lowering. Later on this year I'm due to go in and have some surgery to try and help this condition I've got, so I think that's the end of March. So I'm hoping things will improve after that. But as you can see, just as long as you don't push your head too far and try and sort of look out the windows or move your head beyond a certain distance, you know, a quick gentle glance down, it really does work very well. So it's sort of day 2 for me, just getting back and getting everything set up again. Need a lot more flight time obviously, but I thought I'd just show the view I'm getting and account for myself why I've not been doing any content recently. So we get it back down on the ground. Lovely sunset. I should have said also, the way the cyclic is set up, it means I can rest my arm on my lap and just use my fingertips for control of the cyclic. And this is an approach in. Well, I've been overdoing it on the raising of the nose the last couple of goes I've flown, so I've got to get used to looking down. Getting a bit stuttering there, which might be because I'm recording at the same time. I never saw that before, but again, not enough to worry about. So there we go, first go for a long while. Glad to be back, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.